Sun Belt made its decision to drop Idaho. Were you surprised by that decision based on the progress you guys made last year in the conference?
Yeah, I don't know if it had anything to do with that. I think, they had all their reasons. A lot of it sounded more like location. So, you take care of, control what you can control. We're in that league for 2 more years. Got a chance to be, I think we're gonna be a chance to be a very good team this year. So we're just gonna get fired up and excited and have the best year we can.
What kind of reaction are you hearing from the players based on?
Our players are really, you always kind of talk about during the season, let's concentrate on it one game at a time, and then the off season, you're really concentrating on it 1 year at a time. And I think our guys are doing a great job of just working hard and really worrying about next year, and that's it.
Do you have a preference as to which direction the university goes in 2 years?
No. I think you have preferences possibly, but I think what you do is whatever happens, you make the best of it and you move forward and be positive and do the very best you can.
Use
Coach,
get.
this is Darryl. We're still eligible next 2 years if we really have a good season in the Sun Belt to go to a bowl game. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Good.
Use getting booted from the Sun Belt as maybe motivation these next couple years.
I think you use it. Let's go out there and let's compete and let's make sure that we get 2 more years to play these guys. Let's be the very best we can and get after it every single game that we play. So I don't know if you use it in the big picture right now, but you definitely might use it game to game.
Get the kind of unique situation, you're bringing back 2 pretty good quarterbacks. What do you think Jake Wheaton's role is going to be this spring, this year?
I think you just go out there every day, and the most important thing is they get better every day. And every single position out there, I think every position in spring ball, that's what spring ball is all about, is competition, and everybody getting reps. And I think we have done a good job recruiting, so I think we have a lot of competition at all the positions. And I think that's when you get good, when nobody's comfortable. When everybody knows that there's a guy right there they're battling every single day and getting after it, and that's how everybody raises up their game and plays the best they can.
Obviously, safe to say Matt's still the starter right now.
Well, Matt right now, he will not practice this spring because he's in a boot right now. So this spring it'll be Jake. And Jake will get a ton of reps, and so that's something that I don't like to talk about injuries, but obviously you're going to see it out there at practice tomorrow. So Matt will not have any. He will not be practicing this spring.
What is the specific injury?
It's his foot. It's a foot injury, and that's really all I'm gonna. I'm not a doctor or a trainer, so I'm not gonna go into it any more than that. But it's something that he showed great toughness and played a lot with last year, and then they fixed it up here in the off season, so he won't take any reps this spring.
Coach, this is Darryl. I couldn't hear. Are you talking about Matt Linehan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, shoot.
I guess that's a pretty good opportunity for Gunner coming off his redshirt year to really get some.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for both Jake and Gunner to get all kinds of reps. So it'll be a great opportunity for them to take, basically all the reps between the 2 of them and get all kinds of, just the more and more reps you take at quarterback, the better chance you have to get better. So it'll be a great opportunity for both of them.
Are you expecting Matt to be healthy before the start of fall camp?
Yeah, he'll be healthy this summer.
You lose a 1,000-yard rusher, the first at the school in a long time. You have a bunch of guys kind of battling for that spot now. Who are the 2 or 3 guys that you're really looking to make an impact this spring?
Yeah, that's an exciting thing. I think as you look across the board, there's a bunch of competitions like that. But you'd have to say Aaron Duckworth first because he's had the most reps. Isaiah Saunders really did a great job. Both Duckworth and Saunders did a great job this offseason of getting stronger and faster. So I think those would be the first 2 guys just because they've been in the system a little bit longer. Denzel Brantley is a guy that redshirted last year that's got all kinds of talent. He can really run, make cuts, did a lot of good things in practice last year. So those 3 would be the first 3 guys, and then Thigpen coming in, next year. So those 3 will battle for it this spring, and then you got Thigpen coming in next year. So out of the 4 of them, what happens? Does one just take control and be the main guy, or is it a little bit more where, the reps are split up? That'll be something that will be determined on the practice field.
Have you officially hired Troy as the inside linebackers coach?
We have, yeah. So Troy Purcell will be our inside linebacker coach, and he's probably the best high school coach in the state of Montana. He's had all kinds of success, won state championships at a couple different high schools, and so very excited about that. And he'll bring great knowledge and enthusiasm and fire to our defense. That'll be exciting.
What was that conversation like with Bryce when he decided to take the Lake City High School job?
You know, it was something that he felt like a lot of it was for his family. You know, he thought he needed to be around his kids more, and you know, with recruiting and college and the hours, it was just something that he really wanted to do for his family. So that's how most of the conversation went.
Do you plan on replacing him soon, or just handling the quarterbacks yourself for spring?
Coach Moeller's going to coach the quarterbacks, and I'm going to coach the receivers. So that's how it's going to be. We replaced Bryce really with Troy, but I added an extra coach on defense. So offensively, Coach Moeller will move to the quarterbacks, and I'll coach the receivers.
Chante still have 4 years left to play?
Yes. Yep.
What gray shirts are you looking at really coming in and making an impact this spring, in terms of pushing some of your returning guys?
Noah Johnson looks great in the weight room, you know, and out there running. So I think that's a guy in the offensive line, kind of in the offensive line between Zion Dixon, Darius Peterson, Cato, and Noah and Pat Johnson. You know, all those guys are kind of fighting to see who that 5th and 6th best player are going to be. So, you know, that'll be get a lot of reps there. I think Tanner's made some big improvements. So, you know, those younger guys in the offensive line really got to, you know, this spring will be very important to them and step up. But I think Noah has done a lot of good things. I think Joe at tight end is somebody that, you know, is probably not going to beat out one of those seniors, but I think just what you see him doing, running and moving is really exciting for the future, and that's something that excites you. You know, Cade, you know, not going to beat out Austin, but that's exciting for him as your future, you know, kicker and punter. So I think those are probably the first guys that, you know, I think Connor Burb is going to be a really good player down the road, but I think maybe not right away. I think he'd probably be a guy that's probably going to redshirt. And Mitrell will get a lot of reps in the D-line this spring, so we'll kind of see how that goes. You know, Tariq Littlejohn is a guy that's very athletic. We moved him to safety, so it's kind of a position that he hasn't played a bunch. But when you just watch him do the agility stations and the different things that they do in the weight room, he definitely is a talent. So I think we're excited to see all of them.
This is kind of the first year you're bringing back all of your defensive coaches. Is that kind of nice to finally have that continuity, and the players have the continuity, and you have guys kind of know what they're doing now?
No question. I think that's something that's really good. I think we got a lot of guys back with a lot of experience, and again, competition there, and then we'll have more competition coming in the summer. But you know, I think excited. I'm just really excited going into this spring because there's so many guys that have played football for us already and know the systems on both sides of the ball, and we just got to go out there and really improve every single day in offense, defense, and in special teams.
The schedule kind of shapes up nicely for you guys to go to a bowl game this year. Some local non-conference games, and then the Sun Belt Conference kind of shapes up nicely for you guys too, it seems. Yeah,
you know, I think that's just something. I think the good thing about it is I think our players are really excited about that, and I think they believe the same thing. So, you know, now it just comes down to putting in the work. You know, I think it's out there. I think it's something that we should definitely have as a goal this year. We do every year, but I think it's a goal that we should accomplish this year, no question. And I think everybody believes that. So now it's just putting in all the work and putting in the preparation to make sure that it happens.
Dave, do you have anything?
Yeah, thanks, Becky. Well, first of all, you mentioned, you know, kind of the players, you're kind of taking it, you know, one game at a time, but, you know, certainly as a coach, you have to think forward, and, you know, with the future so unknown, and I don't know, what's that like for you, and how tough of a spot is that, knowing that, you know, in 2 years, you can be making a move that's unprecedented, you know, just, what's it been like for you trying to at least try to think ahead a little bit?
Yeah, you think ahead, but, you know, in recruiting and most things, you know, at our level, you're really just recruiting 1 year out. So, you know, right now we're just going about business to be the best we can be and get better every single day, and you know, control what we can control and be the best we can be, and that's kind of how we've handled it, to be honest with you.
For you, you know, and I know you mentioned the bowl game being a goal and everything like that. What is it, you know, maybe some of the reasons why, you know, it does feel like a lot of people think this might be your best team, that's probably what you want, but what is that you so optimistic about everything moving forward, especially this season?
I think a combination of how we played at the end of the year last year, how we played throughout the season. You know, we won 4 games, and 2 games we definitely should have won, but we didn't finish the deal. Having a lot of guys back, just seeing the work ethic and how they go about their business, you know, in this off season. And, you know, like was mentioned before, I think our schedule and the players we have coming back and just kind of the combination of everything, I think it's gonna be the year that we'll take another step forward. We took a big step last year, and we take that big of a step again this year, and you're in a bowl game.
With so many guys back, you know, when you look at certain positions, is it like, I know some of the guys brought up running back, maybe D-line when you lose a Bradley, but what are some of the spots that you're really intrigued by that maybe have some shoes to fill?
You know, definitely the defensive front. I think linebacker is another position. You know, you got some really good players coming back, but you also, you know, lost a couple guys that played a lot of snaps for us, and then you got everybody back in the secondary, but you'll have enough of them back and that they're all competing against each other. You know, some of the guys that missed most of last year really hurt us last year, but now when you have them coming back with Ja'Shawn Jordan, you know, Leonard Hayeswood, you know, Jacob Sannon, Dave Unger, some of those guys that, gosh, you wish you would have saw them out on the field last year, but now that you got through the year and now they have another year, now you're very excited about that. And, you know, all those names I just mentioned definitely will help us in the special teams also.
Anything else?
Just to clarify, what exactly happened to Matt's foot? Was he working out or practicing? Or?
You know, that's nothing for me to say. You know, I think that's something that that's not my place to comment on.
We're good? All right.
All right, thanks
everybody.
guys.